Hello everyone, in this video we will create a weather app using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This is the demo and we will create an application like this. Okay, the default city, whatever city you would like to enter, so the default city you can select that. Okay, I have selected the Paris. For example, we would like to search another city, so for example Mumbai. Press enter, so it will automatically fetch the data related to Mumbai. See Mumbai in India, and this is the look icon and 33 centigrade smoke and wind speed 4.12. Let's change the city. For example, let's change it to Quetta. Press enter, so it will just fetch us the data related to Quetta PK 15 and cloud, and this is the wind speed. Let's change it, for example, London. Press enter, London GB8 and cloud and wind speed. Okay, so like this it works. Now let's start. Okay, for this weather application we will use OpenWeather API. Okay, this website OpenWeatherMap.org website, and we will use API. This is a free. Okay, you can use it for free to pitch weather related data. So now let's get started. Okay, first of all we will move to our editor. So I have created a folder, weather folder, and I created 3 files inside that folder: weather.css, weather.html, and weather.js. We have these 3 files: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. First of all, the HTML file. We will start our coding from HTML file, and here I will write weather app. This is the title. And also I will import the CSS and JavaScript file. Let's import them at the start. Length style ship href weather.css, and also let's down we will import the JavaScript file. Okay, script src weather.js. After importing these 2 files, now let's start our coding. First of all, a div element dot card, the class name card we will assign to that. Let's make it this, and Control B to close the sidebar. And down in this card div element we will have an input field. The type would be text, and we will assign ID, for example search, input or just search, and placeholder search by location. This was the placeholder. Autocomplete, we will make it up. Come here down, and down from that we will have another div element, and inside that div element now we will have city country. In this div element we will display our city and country names. Let's write h1 tag, and inside this h1 tag, first of all a span tag, and we will name it span tag city, and we will create another span tag, and we will name it country. This was our first div element. Now let's come here down, and down from that now we will display the icon. Okay, the icon and the temperatures degree. So for that we will just name it icon and degree. And inside this div element we will have a span tag image. First of all we will display the image. In this src we will display our image, and this is, we will just name it like icon. And down from this image we will have a span tag, and we will assign a class name to this, for example temperature. Okay, temperature, we will display temperature inside this span tag. And down from that we will have a super sup. Okay, superlative this tag. Okay, in the inside this tag what we will do, we will display the centigrade, the degree and the centigrade. It means, let's first of all assign a class name degree, and here we will display the sign of degree. Okay, so let's first of all write C, and we will just copy, let's come here degree. Okay, sign, let's search it, and we will copy it, the sign of degree. Okay, internet connection is slow, so I have copied the icon, this one. Okay, we will display that. Here we will display the icon, then the temperature, for example that is 235, how much, and this is the centigrade that we will display the icon. And down from that and this was the icon and degree. Down from that we will display now the weather is cloudy, sunny or clear, whatever is that. Okay, we will display down from that this one. So let's we will assign a class name which is for example destination or description and vent. Okay, assign this class name, and inside this we will display for example in h3 tag, and we will assign a class name to this description, or yeah, description, and down from this here we will display in a p tag which is, we will just name it wind speed. We will implement the logic later. Okay, don't worry. Wind speed and a span tag, and here we will just class name wind. Here we will display the wind speed, and this is just a text wind speed. Save it. So this was the default code that we wrote. Okay, now we will just add the CSS code. Let's first of all refresh it. It is the live server. I have installed the live server extension, and this is running. Okay, let's close it. Now let's press this button so it will run a live server. Okay, so here we can see this is the default code that we see, the default HTML code. Now we will add the CSS code. For the CSS, come here to the weather.css. For the time, okay, to save the time, I will write the whole CSS code, then I will display and explain it to you step by step, okay, line by line. So the first line we imported Google fonts, and the second one is, this is for the body. Okay, we have styled our body. This is background image, we just imported it from this website, and background size, font family, this one, okay, the Google font that we have imported. Display flex, flex direction, align item center, margin 0, height 100, vh vertical height, and this is for the card. Okay, let's check it. Our card, this, okay, card div element in this design is per card. Okay, background black, and width, max width, height and padding, text align, border reduce, and color. Placeholder, it means that the color to this placeholder, let's display to you. Okay, this one, the color of this placeholder, white color to that. Input, this is for the input field. Okay, for this input field we have designed, and the input search h over, whenever we h over, okay, bring mouse to this search box, okay, it will change the color to this gray color. See, just background color. And whenever we focus on input field, so it will increase the size. Padding, it will just add padding. Okay, press it. Whenever you focus on that, it will apply this design on that icon. And I will just I think the name, okay, we'll just change the name. This is icon degree. Okay, for the icon and degree in div element, and this is for just degree. Let's check it. Okay, icon and degree just for the degree. Okay, for this super tag. Okay, this is just to display this one. Okay, and what else, just come here and degree, the description and vent. This CSS code is for description and vent, and just for vent, description vent and just for vent. Let's check it now. See, it looks like this right now. So now we will display the image, the description and the wind speed, all of them. Okay, so for that we will move to the JavaScript code now. So for just come here to the weather.js, and we will start our coding in this file. So first of all, I will just write const variable API key is equal to, here we will write our API key, where we will get, from where we will get the API key. For that, just come here to the browser, to the weather, open weather API. Okay, first of all, you should create your account in this. After creating account, I will just sign in. So I signed into this website. After signing to this website, just come here to the dashboard, and you will get your API key. Internet connection is slow. So by pressing this API key, see API key, so it will, here you will see your API key. Okay, you can use these API keys. Now let's for the first time, okay, one thing that you should keep in mind, for the first time or whenever you are creating account, okay, in this page, I just come here. the page you were looking for doesn't exist. You may yeah, I was just talking that for the first time whenever you create your account, so it will activate your account just in a week. Okay, it will take some times. Okay, just be patient for that for the first time, and after that you will be able to generate other keys or use these keys. And these are active right now. So I will just delete them later. Okay, because the internet connection is very slow. I will delete them later. So now let's okay, we will use our API key. I will just copy one of them. So after writing the variable, your API key, now let's create a function. This is a synchronous function because we would like to pitch data inside this function, and we will name it search weather, and we will pass city to this function. Inside this, first of all, we will pitch data. Const response is equal to, we will use a wait keyword, okay, because we should wait for it, and we will use pitch API, okay, to pitch the data. Inside this pitch API, we will use now the URL to pitch the data based on city. I copied the URL. We will use this URL. API openweather.org data 2.2 weather, and the query is city. Okay, we will just assign here the city, and the API ID is equal to with this API key. Let's copy this name, paste it here. Okay, this API key. So what it will do, it will just copy the data, fetch the data related to weather, and store that inside this response. Now we will just change this data to the JSON format. Const response data is equal to, and we will just use again a wait keyword and response dot JSON. So what it will do, it will convert this data to the JSON format. After converting this to the JSON format, now what we will do, we will first of all enter the city name. I will just display you the data. Okay, console dot log response data. Let's first of all check the data. Come here to the browser and come here to the video, and here let's move to the pitch, and here to the console, and I will call this, okay, I will call this function. Let's call it here, okay, search weather, and we will pass a city, for example Paris. Let's save it and let's check it now. See, after calling the function, now let's check it. See, this is the data that we got from that API. We will now display first of all the name, okay, name Paris, and the country. To display the country, for the country we will use this the data.sys.country, okay, fr prince. And after that we will display this weather is an array. Inside this weather we will display main, okay, the weather is clear. If you would like to display the description, clear sky. And wind speed, here wind dot speed, we will display the speed, and just come here to the main. Inside the main we will display the humidity, pressure, whatever you want, okay, temperature. You can display all of these things. So now let's start our coding to display all these things. Just come here, and instead of consoling the data, we will print the data. A document dot query selector, and first of all we will display the city name, okay. So to display the city name, let's move it to the right side, this, and for the city name just come here, just we will use this city class name dot city dot inner HTML is equal to, we will just now write response data dot name. It was like this. Let's display it. Let's come here to the response data dot name, okay, it will display as the city name. And now we will display, let's display the country name, and for the country name we will just write dot sys dot country. And after that what we will do, we will display the icon. So to display the icon, for that we will just come here to the image, okay, we will use this. Let's assign a class name to this image or icon, okay. Just come here and display the document dot get dot query selector dot icon, and dot src is equal to, now we will write the URL for displaying the image, okay. So to display the image, for that we will use a URL. I will just copy that Let's paste it here. So this is the URL. Okay, http open.mh URL plus image wn response. Okay, response data dot weather dot icon. Here we will icon. What this icon will do, I will show to you. Let's check it. Just come here to the weather and come here to the, just extend it, that icon. What icon will give us just the name of the image. Okay, this is the name. It will change 01D, 02D, 03D. Okay, it is just the name of the icon. After getting the name of the icon, then we will concat this at 2x.png with that. Just the name is changing for every image, for every status of weather. After displaying the icon, now we will display the temperature. So part that is temperature document.query selector dot temp is equal to temp dot inner html is equal to, for the temperature we will just display the data of temperature. Okay, dot main dot temp response data dot main dot temp. Now first of all we will round it, math dot round, because here we will remove the decimal points. And the default metric of this, the default data is in Kelvin. Okay, that not Celsius, not Fahrenheit. This is the in Kelvins. Okay, if you look at here, come here, this 280, this is Kelvin. So we will change it to the Celsius. Okay, so to change that to the Celsius, we will just minus 273.15. We will just minus this data from that. It will change automatically to the Celsius. So after printing this data, what else we will print? We will print now the description and wind speed. For that, just come here, document dot query selector dot description dot inner html is equal to, for the description we will print the data response data dot weather 0 dot main. Okay, instead of icon we will display main. Okay, it will give us the description. And document, let's copy this one, shift alt selector, and here we will display and wind dot to wind dot speed dot wind dot speed. Let's save it. Now let's check it. In promise type you cannot hit properties of null inner html equal to dot description. Yeah, which line, where is the error? Whether data is 9, line number 9. Everything is okay, I think. Let's refresh it. What happened? So it says that inner html set properties of null. Okay, just, yeah, the problem is here we have comma, we should change it to the semicolon. Let's refresh it now. Again, and let's check it. Okay, I think the error here somewhere. Yeah, the problem is here we have spelling mistake. This is country. Change it to country. It was a spelling mistake. Let's check it now. Okay, so now we remove console, so we have all the data. Okay, Paris fr, I will just add a comma here, comma, yes, I will add a comma here, save it. Paris fr, this is the default data. Okay, the default data that we have. Now let's I will remove it. Just one thing I should add, just come here and the default. Okay, whenever now we write something in the input field, in this input field we should display data related to that. Okay, whenever we write something here, so we should display data related to that. So for that, just come here and we will call a function here on input. Okay, just come here, alt shift F. So where is the here? And here I will write on, key down, and we will call a function here. We will name to the function like change city, and we will just pass event to that. Okay, we will create a change city name function. Just come here and we will create now that function change city, and we will pass event to this. And here we will write echo event dot key was equal to with enter. Whenever we press enter, so then we will display data related to that country. If that was enter, so then we will just change the city. Okay, so here we will pass now the city. First of all, const city is equal to document dot get element by id search dot value. What we will do is it column. So whenever we are writing something in this input field, and whenever we press enter, we will call this change city function. In this change city function, now we will just get first of all the value of this input field and store that inside city. Now we will call that function, okay, this function all x, paste it here, and here we will change this Paris to city. And we will also call this search weather function by default, okay, for the first time. Whenever we load our file on load, and we will pass the default city, which is, for example, Paris. Okay, now let's see it. Just come here. Okay, the default city is Paris. Now let's write here something. Mumbai. Press enter. So after pressing enter, so it will fetch us data related to the Mumbai. If we write here the another city like Islamabad, press enter. See Islamabad PK. That's right. Kabul. Press enter. Data related to Kabul. Like this. Okay, so this was all about weather application. I hope that you got something and you understood on this process of creating weather app. This was the whole code that you see. Okay. Okay. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like this video helpful, so don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.